Welcome back, Binder and Unreal Adventure fans. Quite a bit has happened in the last week since Cameraman Joe was here. Let's show you what we've done. Okay, on the last episode, we kind of got you all caught up on everything I'd done for the past month. It had been a while since we had filmed. And then we started working on the exhaust system, and I had gotten up just past the X crossover thingamajigger in the exhaust. I ended up finishing that up to the muffler. Kind of need to wait to get shocks and a few more things bolted on to the underneath the truck before I can finish off the tailpipes. As you can also see, Milestar has delivered with a rad set of 40-inch Patagonia XT tires on a 17-inch wheel, and these are trail ready 17-inch bead locks. There you are, about 8.5 inches wide with 5 inches of back spacing. You'll notice that I did two different colors of bead lock rings, red and blue, and of course the Scout will be white, so that'll finish off my color theme of red, white, and blue, America Scout. Continuing on the chassis, I did get the WFO anti-wrap bar installed underneath. I had to fabricate another cross member underneath there. It's also going to help hold the skid plate, which I've ordered plating for, AR 400 plate in a 3/16 thick. That'll be going underneath its flat belly. I also bent up some shock hoops for this thing, and I did it just like Hideous. Got 1.5 DOM tubing, did a nice 180, got some other tubing that's going through both sides of the frame, and let me tell you, that was not fun to drill through both sides, especially after plating the frame. Okay, so for the shock mounts, I still have a couple things to do. Got to finish welding up the lower mounts. Got those from TMR Customs and ground them a little bit to fit them kind of on the knuckle and on the axle tube. Going to be putting a little piece of tube off the back side of this hoop down to the frame for a little extra strength. Took the heat shield from the driver's side and I moved it to the passenger side, and then I constructed a brand new one. The reason I put a dip in it was to add a little bit of strength so it wasn't so floppy, but I was pretty sure I was going to mount this air tank over there and this cooler over here, and then I mounted the cooler over here, and I just didn't like where it was at, and when I went to go drop the body down, it was hitting the frame. So I moved the cooler here and I moved the tank there, but now I'm not too sure if I like the tank right there. I still may move that one more time. One of the other things I did is I made little mounts that go to the top of the frame, and they are for extra support for the bed. So when I have all that stuff in the bed, it's not going from one body, from this mid front body mount to the back body mount with nothing supporting it. So I've got 4 supports underneath it. Still got to weld on a couple of them, and then those again, they go right underneath 2 mid cross members for extra support underneath the bed. You'll also notice I got a hard top on the Scout. This was a top we picked up, and I was thinking about using it, but once I tore the windows out and everything, it's not a bad top, it's just not a great top. But in the back of my mind, I knew that I had another top at one of my honey holes that I like to pick parts from. And finally yesterday I hopped in the Travelall, drove up the hour, I'm not going to say where, it's my secret honey hole, and loaded up this yellow top that I now have here. Brought it in yesterday, it was a sunny day, and I knew we got weather here today and for the next week, so I wanted to get it prepped. I stripped it down, pressure washed it, went through the lift gate. Everything looks good. It does have one little lower mounting strip, it's got some Swiss cheese in it, and so what we're going to do today is we're going to drag that thing in here and fix some rust on it. Alright, got the hardtop in here, and sanded down. I got right where the luggage rack was, I got some holes I need to weld up, so I wanted to get the paint away from there and just straighten out the dents a little bit from it being sucked up from there. Then Joe, Cameraman Joe here behind the camera, came out and helped me flip it over. And what we're going to do next is I've got, unfortunately, like this top I thought was perfect, and then I found some Swiss cheese under this bottom mounting rail here. So I've got a replacement, USA made one from Scout Light Line, and I'm either going to install all of it or part of it. I haven't yet decided, but anyways, got some rust to remove, so we'll get going. so I got the bottom piece out. Did it in 2 pieces. I cut the corner off first just to see, and I still got a little bit of rust repair to actually do on the top. I'm gonna have to replace some lip here, clean up a little bit of the old spot weld. I'm gonna prep and get that new part, that new light line part in there. All right, so I got this replacement piece in here, welded up, got my poopy welds ground down smooth. It's got to throw a little bit of primer on it, and then I can hand this thing pretty much over to my body guys, let them start sanding it and do what they want with it. But yeah, if you ever wonder why rust repair costs so much, that was at least 2 hours just to replace this one little flange, and this was a pretty clean top to start and work with. So yeah, you know, takes a lot of work. And if I were to fix up the other top that's on the Scout, which again, it's not a bad top, but I'd probably have, you know, a day or 2 into that thing just fixing all the little rust holes and fixing things. So pretty happy to have this top. Got this done. Good with it. Gonna go set it back outside after I do a little primer and let it dry. It is raining out there. All right, I'm gonna go get me some lunch, and appreciate y'all watching. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. When I get back from getting my belly full and re-energizing, I'm gonna raise the body back up. Some modifications to do. I want to keep the original front bumper and the rear bumper. I'm gonna actually raise up a little bit so you can see the turn signals through here and kind of better match up the lines. Do some more frame plating, finish up some shock mounts, parking brake cables. Oh man, the list goes on and on. So go eat. Again, thanks for checking in and watching, and we'll see you back on the next episode.